everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. Tonight's matchup features two quarterbacks who will be trying to lead their team to victory. It's Cousins' Redskins going up against Osweiler's Texans. With that, we're up to NRG Stadium in Houston as we say hello to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis. Gentlemen.
All right, thanks, Larry. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the heart of Texas at NRG Stadium in Houston. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one between the Washington Redskins and the Houston Texans. Carry for Lamar Miller, and he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. And with a 100-yard performance against Indy, Lamar Miller, his second 1,000-yard season, he's really coming on strong. And with Osweiler not putting up big numbers in the passing game, Miller's really key, isn't he?
He certainly is, because he sets the tone for everything. He drives what they do, especially with what he does on the ground, but also he can pass protect when they do decide to throw it and catch it out of the backfield. He's gone from being an accessory piece to the main cog in their offense.
And a look at the offense that is hoping to put some points up in bunches here in this one. And just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. Osweiler now to throw on 3rd down. And finding Fedorowicz. And he's brought down, but not before getting across midfield to the 45.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You get better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
One thing that's really difficult for an offense is often identifying how to block a 3-4 defense. Well, when they're coming on a blitz, even more difficult. They're elusive targets and hard to hit.
From midfield now, here's Osweiler. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Will Fuller was the intended target. And it's 3rd down. And now a look at the Washington defense.
D'Angelo Hall's gone to the Pro Bowl multiple times as a cornerback. Now he might be making the Charles Woodson move, swinging back to safety.
And with a 3rd and 14, we have 6 defensive backs out there now defensively. They go play action with Osweiler. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. So now the Texans will call on the veteran Shane Leckler to kick this one away.
Today's NFL, these big guys are featured receivers. They move them all over the place to try and find good matchups, and they had one. They were just unable to complete the pass.
Ross on the return. 7 yards on the return after a punt of 39. And the Washington offense will be backed up to start this drive as they've got it 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, Cousins. And the pressure too much that time as Cousins goes down. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you. You change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
And looking at Houston, and now the Texans are going to stop it as they signal for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. On 3rd down, Cousins finding time. He's got a man complete. He's at the 30. Touchdown, Washington. Pierre Garçon, 84 yards. And the Redskins have taken a first quarter lead. And I think I saw that right. You tell me if I'm wrong. That was just a fly route, just to go. He went.
Sometimes speed, just pure speed, is going to win. I don't care how athletic you are on the other side of the ball. When a guy's that fast and he can just take off, if the quarterback has time to throw the ball and release it when he wants to, that's the end result. Nothing you could do about that. He was just a better athlete on that play.
And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. And now out comes Houston. And last time out, they had to punt the football away. Anything positive possibly to take from that?
There always is when you're punting the football away. It doesn't sound like it because you're giving it up, but you've avoided a mistake.
At least you didn't turn it over.
You didn't turn it over, right? You're giving your defense a chance because you're punting the ball away, and they're set to go on the field as opposed to sudden change after a turnover. Wow, now we got to go out there and stop people. So, yeah, there's always something positive to be gained from it.
So the offense looking at a 2nd and 8.
Detroit! All right, here we go.
Now it's Osweiler. Complete to Mumphrey. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
That was not a completion that results in a highlight video. But at the same time, if you have those kind of completions all game long, eventually one of them might turn into a highlight.
Short of the sticks after that completion, and now it's 3rd down for this offense. They isolate Hopkins on the left side. From the gun on 3rd down, Osweiler. And this is going to be incomplete.
Now let's go ahead and try and get into the body and the mind of the linebackers. Yeah, I know they're bigger and stronger than I ever was, but in this situation, they understood what was going on as much as the offensive guys, because the offensive guys are always taught, find the 1st down sticks and make the play. Well, on defense, what do you want to do? Guard the 1st down line. Make sure they don't get there and tackle them in front. They were able to drop in their zone coverage, figure out where the 1st down line was, and end up making the play, swatting it away so they couldn't get the completion.
They'll start on the ground with Kelly. And a nice run past the 30-yard line there. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
And once again, leverage wins. The offensive line, lower than the defensive front. They moved them and found some good space for the guy carrying the ball.
2nd down following the run. They'll go again with Kelly. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Brian Cushing, the linebacker, in on the tackle. 3rd and short yardage, Cousins. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Every game plan meeting I ever sat in as a player, 3 and out was emphasized like crazy because obviously I played defense. So get off the field, win 3rd down. They did, but let's be honest about it. They had some help on that one.
They had some help indeed on that drop. This is taken around the 12. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the offense will come back onto the field for the 1st and 10. And now out comes Houston. And 3 and out on the last drive. No points on the scoreboard. A little soul-searching now?
I would say so, and they need to help out their defense a little bit. They've had to be on the field a lot more than normal, put them in some tough spots. But what's the old adage? When you get another chance, it gives you a better chance to do it right.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Lamar Miller. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And a cut to the sideline. Lamar Miller. Touchdown, Houston. Lamar Miller, 74 yards. And the Texans are an extra point away from tying this football game. And those are the highlight reel runs you dream of right there.
When he gets a seam and just gets through it, how about the explosiveness, the burst to get there to begin with, and then once he's in full gallop, good luck trying to track him down.
And those plays so demoralizing for the defense.
Absolutely, because you've done so much work trying to keep people in front of you. When they're past you and behind you, that's a tough one to swallow.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Now the Redskins offense, they get set to go back to work here. And they're coming off a 3 and out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before.
Looking for Crowder, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Brian Cushing. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. And now out comes Houston. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. Miller, the lone setback. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Play action. It's Osweiler. And this one complete to Will Fuller. And he carries this one all the way down to the 9. That goes for a gain of 31. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables. Otherwise, they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
They'll try and run for it with Miller. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain, and it's 2nd down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
On 2nd down, Osweiler. His pass caught at the 4. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. C.J. Fedorowicz, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Texans have taken the lead. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. Now it's Novak on. He'll send this one away following the touchdown. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 yards with a new rule as he's taken down right at the 20-yard line. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And last time, one-play interception, so this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you got a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Cousins on first down. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Back live. It's Redskin football to begin quarter number 2, but they face a second and long to start things out. Cousins now on second down. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down. Wonder what's in the offensive playbook on 3rd and 13. We're about to find out.
Let's go.
3rd and long for Cousins. It's brought in by Jamison Crowder. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
Partner, I think that completion takes the definition of dink and dunk to a different level, doesn't it?
It does, and the defense was right there, kind of played into their hands. But how about this, a fake? And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. Partner, to switch gears, what a capper we had to Week 14. Cowboys losing again to the Giants. And Romeo Okwara, he came up big in that game, didn't he?
He certainly did, because he replaced Jason Pierre-Paul and led the team in tackles with 8. Consistent pressure all night, had a sack. He played a great game. How about the Jets going out on the road at San Francisco, coming from way back to win? Bilal Powell, 145 yards on the ground.
And it's intercepted. Picked up by the all-pro corner, Josh Norman. Josh Norman with a pick. He can be such a tone setter for a defense.
His confidence has grown from his first snaps in the NFL. Found his place, found his way, and now everyone just wants to avoid throwing the football in his direction.
Let's go.
Kelly on the counter. Looking for an opening, not much there. He'll get it to the 39. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
It'd be hard to say that the defense wouldn't be ready for a first down run. When you can gain that kind of yardage against a defense that's really kind of geared to stop that play, your confidence has to rise, and now you've actually opened up your playbook. If you want to throw the ball now for play action, you're good to go.
Quick pass play there on the slant, Charles. Works out well for the offense.
The offense loves it. The defender hates it. Hard to get through the body of the receiver to get to the football trying to cover a slant.
Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there. Couldn't hang on. 2nd down. And on 2nd and 10 now. Throwing again, Cousins on 2nd and 10. He's got the hook up here to Deshaun Jackson. 11 yards for number 11.
All right, now, look at 56. Here we go.
A first down throw for Cousins. Caught left side, Garcon. And he carries this one all the way down to the 9. A gain of 32 that time.
That crossing route is so effective when you hit it just right because you get a guy on the move, and then we see the end result there.
It's a nightmare for the defense. They got a guy with a full head of steam.
Not only does he catch it, but he picks up additional yardage after it.
Cousins again. Being chased out left. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Call it a 3-yard gain, and that'll bring up a 2nd and goal.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Cousins to throw it. Completes it right side to Doxson. That'll go as a loss of 5. And that'll make it 3rd and goal.
They threw the screen to the perimeter, but to no benefit at all. Tackle behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of yardage.
Throwing is Cousins. Into double coverage. Accelerating, and off he goes. A great read, and it's picked off. 20. And they will score a pick 6 for the Texans TD. So a dangerous pass over the middle into zone coverage, and it bit him hard.
And what's really difficult when you throw it in that direction and versus that zone, that means the linebackers have gotten to their spot, gotten their heads back around, and they can see the quarterback and everything in front of them. And they took big advantage of it, went in the other direction, excellent blocking, and picked up a touchdown.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. Now it's Chris Thompson on the return. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. And following the pick 6, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
Well, a fun league-wide story, no matter who we're covering, is Detroit. Another come-from-behind win for Matthew Stafford and company. They're now 9-4 this year.
How about 13 games, 12 of them they've been behind in the fourth quarter. 9, as you just mentioned, they've won. And Matthew Stafford's the key reason why. He has to be in the discussion for most valuable player, the way he's rallied his team. And I'm going to flip it over. There's one other guy we've got to talk about from the AFC side. He had a rough game in his last out against Kansas City. But Derek Carr has had a magnificent year, and the two of them are both playing hurt. Injuries to their throwing hands.
Pierre Garçon, the intended receiver. And now it's 4th down. Here's Tressway now. On, we think, to punt, though he's faked it earlier, but he was unsuccessful. This is away, and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. Now the Texans offense, they head back out to do battle here. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. They go back to the air here after the INT. And he'll be taken down across the 50 and the 45 in enemy territory. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff.
Yeah, when we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time. Really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
Play action. Now Osweiler. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on 3rd down. Throwing again, Osweiler. Caught by Mumphrey. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue.
That was a nice completion on an out route, and those types of plays are the result of arm strength by the quarterback and timing by the receiver.
A 1st down carry now for Miller. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Tackle made that time by Chris Baker. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. We're back to Houston after this timeout. Again, it's Miller. And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. Just a couple there on the second down run. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8 situation. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. They go play action with Osweiler. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down.
We always admire guys with arm strength, don't we? Whether it's misplaced or not at times. But when you throw a comeback route, you have to have arm strength to complete it, and Brock Osweiler just showed it off.
Out of the gun, it's Osweiler. That's caught at the 2. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. C.J. Fedorowicz with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Texans will extend their lead. Now it's Novak on. He'll send this one away following the touchdown. This is fielded at the goal line. Down the numbers. There he goes. Touchdown, Washington. Rashad Ross, 99 yards. And the Redskins are able to cut into that deficit. Such an electric play, so much fun to watch, and you need all 11 guys in sync for that to be successful, don't you?
Without a doubt. That's teamwork, to be able to put it all together. But that play is really probably the most exciting 10 seconds in football.
And now out comes Houston. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now defensively, you've almost got to get down to those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something, because right now they're just cutting them to shreds.
2nd and 10 now. Osweiler underneath for Miller. A solid gain of 15 yards, and the sticks move.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Well, here in the booth, we have a playoff picture if it ended today, and I'm looking at the AFC to take a quick pivot. The Patriots, Chiefs, Raiders all looking very good. Past that, a lot of shuffling still could be done.
Well, let's face it, AFC East has been locked down for a lot of years, so we know how that's going to turn out. But let's head out west, because Oakland and Kansas City are tied at 10-3. But Kansas City swept the season series, so they have the ultimate tiebreaker right there. And the AFC South, the records may not be pretty, but it's snug there. Houston, Tennessee both tied, and Indianapolis just one game back.
And he goes for 18 there as the drive will continue. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height. Sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have...
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Ricky Jean-Francois in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. Defense really showing respect to the deep ball here, playing off the receivers. Osweiler caught left side, Hopkins. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. And here comes play number 6 on this drive.
And on 3rd and 15, we see the dime look, 6 DBs on the field.
Playing pass all the way. Can't find anyone, and goes. Osweiler sacked. And now we're going to get a timeout called by the Redskin defense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these 2 teams go to the locker. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Cousins on first down. Now the hit comes, and Cousins lost the football. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. So they almost turn it over there. Scary moment. Second down here. Second down, Cousins. Surveying the field. He's going to fire. They got his man complete. And he's eventually brought down, but not before he reaches the 39, just shy of the 40. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. On the return, this is Rashad Ross now. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. And here come the Redskins now. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never wanted to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there.
But this you're going to do that?
I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Cousins now on second down. Out to the left here to Reed. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. Cousins now to throw on first down. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. Charles, a lot of off-air talk between us about the playoff picture, and obviously Patriots well on their way there again, but they'll have to do it this year without Rob Gronkowski. Of course, the Madden cover boy injured, maybe some talk of a Madden curse, I don't know.
You know, it's so funny when we talk about that. If you go back through the time, a lot of guys had big years after being on the cover of Madden. You know, I know Richard Sherman and the Seahawks went to a Super Bowl.
And that's caught inside the 30. And he finally goes down, but not before reaching the 21.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
Throwing, Cousins, over the middle to Garcon. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. To the air again, it's Cousins. Can't find anyone open. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. Good job by the O-line. Quarterback had time to go through his checks. That's one you need to take advantage of.
A perfect situation, and they're unable to take advantage of it. When you have that much time to scan the field, you have to find an open receiver.
So a second down incompletion now brings up third down. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Now Thompson. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. But at least he was able to break that initial contact, or it could have been a loss.
Yeah.
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And this one will not work out. It is incomplete. Okay, well, we have a second here. Let's talk NFC playoff picture. If it ended today, Cowboys, Lions would have the bye. Then the Bucs, Giants, Seahawks, and Falcons all would be in.
Then let's break it down just a little bit farther. Let's talk about the NFC East, which looked like an absolute lock for Dallas, and it might still be. But the Giants are still there. Remember, they own the tiebreaker over the Cowboys if they finish in a tie. And in the NFC South, Atlanta and Tampa Bay are going to come down to the wire.
Neck and neck. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Houston. Will Fuller, 84 yards. And the Texans will add on to their lead. Charles, there aren't really any slow receivers, but there's fast and then really fast. He's really fast, and he showed off the afterburners there.
And that he is, because when he took off, I was thinking there's no chance that he can actually reach him with that pass. Yet he did, and he's still sprinting. And just think about what that does for everyone else on his team, because his ability to stretch a field opens things up for the rest of the receivers on the team.
Now it's Novak on. He'll send this one away following the touchdown. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach, because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by the linebacker, Brian Cushing. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. After the interception, here's Osweiler. And he's got Fuller. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15. That one goes for 34 yards. And it'll give the Texans a 1st down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard.
You know how we get focused at end of the half and into the game situations about how much time's on the board and, you know, what you need to do? Sometimes you don't even have to worry about that. That's just smart football. You know, that kind of a lead, staying in bounds, it burns clock, even in a situation that we're not really focused on it.
And ready now for 2nd and 9.
Tight right. Back down to that belly. Here we go.
Out of the gun, it's Osweiler. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, after watching him ring the bell that many times and put the ball in the end zone throwing it, you had to figure they had to bring some type of pressure. They had to change things up on defense.
And able to get to him, put him on the ground, so maybe just something to throw him off a little bit.
Yeah, that had to feel a lot better for the defensive guys. They've been getting carved up in this one. To finally knock him on the ground and force an incompletion, that's got to be a sigh of relief.
And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Keith Mumphrey, an 11-yard touchdown. And the Texans will extend their lead. And that'll increase their lead to 28. Now it's Novak on. He'll send this one away following the touchdown. Fielded about a yard deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. They go back to the air here after the INT. And he'll be hit as this. He releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. And, Charles, let's switch gears for a second. Big news on Monday. Los Angeles now looking for a new head coach. Could it be a good thing that they make this move now as opposed to at the end of the season?
I think in a lot of ways, yes, because you become the focal point for all people who might be interested in the job, and I think a lot of people will be. It is Los Angeles, great market, but how about the team? Jared Goff, the rookie quarterback, Todd Gurley, the tremendous runner, Aaron Donald on defense, and a heck of a defense around him. A lot of good reasons to be interested in this job.
Well, this is caught by Jackson. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. On the ground, it's Thompson. And not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. See if they stay on the ground for second down. Cousins now on second down. Caught on the right side, Reed. And he'll be out of bounds, able to take it down to the 40. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. First down, here's Cousins. And that is incomplete here. So the incomplete pass brings up 2nd down.
Here we go now.
A 2nd down throw for Cousins. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Quentin Demps. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. And now out comes Houston. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes.
This is intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And he will take this across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. Out comes the Redskin offense now as they get set to begin another possession. Looked like they had something going last drive. Then the interception happened. Will they recover?
The memory they need to keep with them is that they did have something going. They were moving the ball on offense, had a nice sequence going. Don't worry about the other part. You can't get that back. Let's go back to what you were doing well before.
I thought you were going to say they need to have no memory, but remember the good part and forget the bad.
I like that even better.
Well, so they just got the football on an interception. They almost gave it right back the same way.
And, you know, when you look over to the bench after that type of a play, number one is pure relief. Didn't give it up. But it's not the coach you're worried about yelling at you. It's those guys on defense who just intercepted the pass who want to break over there. Hey, take care of the football, man. Whenever they're trying to attack a zone defense, you're trying to figure out where your gaps are going to be. And depending on what type of zone they're playing, it could be on the outside, it could be in the middle, it could be in the seams, in the edges. In this case, they tried to attack the middle of the field, but this zone defense didn't allow it because they were able to see the ball come off the quarterback's hands, and everyone was able to react to the football and knock it away.
And that one good for 16 yards and a first. Fresh set of downs here. They'll hand it off to Kelly. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards. Back to the 33. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. They're going to hurry back to the line now. 2nd down, Cousins. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by the linebacker, Brian Cushing. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. And now out comes Houston. Miller, the lone setback. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Houston. Will Fuller with now his second touchdown of this third quarter. And the Texans continue to pour it on.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his second touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Now it's Novak on. He'll send this one away following the touchdown. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this across the 25. A couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. A look at Washington as they come onto the field.
Single, slot. Hey, you're on an island over there. You're on an island.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Caught left side. Garcon. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up second down. Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground. Now a second down throw for Cousins. Now the hit comes, and Cousins lost the football. So they've got the football, and they'll start right on the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. And now out comes Houston. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one play drive is exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Back now at the home of Super Bowl 51, NRG Stadium in Houston. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. 4 yards remaining now on second down. From the gun, it's Osweiler. Complete to Mumphrey. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be third down. Well, still in search of the first down after that last completion. So they brought in an extra defensive back here, so probably not expecting a run on 3rd and 3.
A good call.
And that is incomplete. C.J. Fedorowicz, the intended receiver, and it's fourth down.
Really good, smart play by the defense, understanding 3rd and short, guarding the first down sticks, and being able to make a play on the football and bat it down.
On is Nick Novak now for the Texans field goal. And they're going to fake it. He wants to throw it here. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. They pass up the 3, fake it. It doesn't work. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
It's a gain of 20 that time. And that leads to a Washington first down. And quickly, they get to the line. Cousins now to throw on first down. And Reed with it over the middle. And he takes this one down all the way near the 30. And the former 4th-round pick in 2012 continuing to prove some of those doubters wrong that he used to have.
I remember when he got selected, there was a lot of controversy about that because remember, Robert Griffin III, they made the big move up to take him in the first round. And people wondered, why would you take a second rookie quarterback? Well, that's because he's smart, he studies hard, he prepares, he's ready to play. And now he's commanding the respect of his team and playing at a really high level.
They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be second and goal. And now they're in the hurry-up. Play fake. Cousins. This will be caught just inside the 10. And they'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for third down. They've gotten it to the 1. Can they get that final yard here on 3rd and goal? On 3rd and 1, here's Cousins. Oh, it's a touchdown if he holds on. Instead, it's 4th down.
Oh, man, for him to be that wide open and drop it. Sometimes you have just too much time on your hands, right? You end up thinking way too much, and your hands get shaky.
And, yes, he's a tight end, but that's a catch he should have made. They'll run for it with Marshall, and he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Keith Marshall punching it in from a yard away. And the Redskins are able to strike for 6. And this one through the uprights and good. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And the effort snuffed out. The Texans' hands team recovers. Now they're down big here in the 4th. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
He's got Fuller. It's a gain of 17 that time. And the Texans are going to have a first.
And they just had another big completion there. And I think in days gone by in the NFL, you might have asked, is this a little bit of overkill? Is this rubbing it in? I don't think people feel the same way nowadays.
The age-old argument. Then you could say on the other side, if you're going to get angry about it, stop it, right?
Go ahead and stop me. And I think a lot of the times they just look at it like, let's just play the game. And however it turns out, it turns out.
He was looking for Keith Mumphrey that time. That'll bring up 2nd down.
It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or two in and bats it away.
Again on 2nd and 10 now. It's Osweiler. And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. And let's discuss Osweiler a little bit further. Obviously an interesting journey for him to get here to Houston.
Groomed in Denver and actually got to play some before he ended up making his departure to Houston. But after the Broncos won the Super Bowl, I think he was in search of his own team and his own destiny as maybe a Super Bowl quarterback. They gave him a great opportunity, and he took advantage of it and headed to be a Texan. So many offenses want to include their running backs into their passing offense and be able to swing the ball out or check it down to them. But sometimes those guys are just not as comfortable catching the ball as they are running it.
2nd down now after the incompletion. To throw again is Osweiler. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. Offense trying to avoid stalling out, facing a 3rd and 10. Throwing again, Osweiler. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And they're hoping to capture some of that magic they had last time out when they were able to put together a scoring drive. But they're still down here, Charles.
Not the major concern, though, because of what you talked about. They scored the last time out. They feel good about themselves. They feel like their game plan is now in effect. They know how to attack and what plays they want to put together. But they've got to keep it moving in the right direction because, as you did note, they are down on the scoreboard.
The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
It's a gain of 7, and they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. They'll try to run for it with Kelly. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
I always appreciate runners who understand situations. That was just 3rd and inches. No reason to dance around in the backfield and try and break off a bigger play. Just go pick up the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
That one goes for 24 yards.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Cousins to throw it. Now he'll let it go deep left side. And now here is another interception. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And now out comes Houston. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because his confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
Time for a break. We'll come back and wrap up garbage time after this. Miller, the lone setback. Now a play fake here on first down. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. They'll give him a yard on the play. And now we're going to get a timeout called by the Redskin defense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. 9 yards still remaining here to pick up the first on second down. Osweiler's going to throw it. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. This is caught inside the 15. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. And, my friend, I think it's safe to say that this game is pretty much deceased at this point. It's taken a knee, so to speak.
It is definitely this victory formation. Take the snap, take the knee, call it a night, call it a game, call it whatever. I agree with you totally. I don't think there's much left to get except for those who want to run up the score.
I knew this was over about a minute ago when you took your stat sheet and just flipped it over your shoulder in the trash can.
Yeah, that's similar to the guys cutting tape off right before the game's over. We know this thing's done.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Redskins offense now, they get set to take over here. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest,
don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
Offense still needing 10 yards. Second down. On second down, Cousins again. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Quentin Dimms. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. And the Texans set to come onto the field. They have the big lead here late. They protected their home turf well, didn't they?
They certainly did, partner. And just think about how good that feels, because every team has a goal when they start the year to win at home. All right, and sometimes you don't win all of them, but they managed to get that done today. Just think about your routine stays the same. Everything's familiar. You feel right going into the game, and they translated that into a win.
They did indeed. They protected the home field, and now the final stages. And able to work his way down to the 16. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. Well, they'll take that every time with a lead. First down, fourth quarter, getting 8 yards. You love that.
They will take it, and you have to ask the defensive guys, why did you give it? I mean, you know the situation. You're down, have to stop them, have to get the football back. But 8 yards on first down puts them back on their heels.
The 6 yards on the pickup, and it leaves them with a first and goal.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
Oh, Osweiler going to throw. Now the ball's out. Osweiler lost it, and the Redskins scoop it. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. The Redskins offense now, they head back onto the field. They have a little bit of time left here, but this one not going to go their way.
And this is where, in this situation for me, you just go ahead and run out the clock, shake hands, congratulations, and move on. Because
under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. Cousins now on second down. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It'll be their third and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. Now Cousins. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. The offense staying out there. They look prepared to go here on 4th and 10. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hard